Full goose shelter. Full goose shelter. Can't talk. Mile marker 1914 in Maine. I broke the rules here. Well, it says keep out over there, so maybe I didn't. I was right here. This is September 26th. I think it's a Tuesday morning. When it rains a lot, that's what happens to the water. I went down and got water. It's color. I do have another Gatorade bottle excuse me, that has clear water in it, so I put some tabs in. I drink that first. If I come across something else has clearer water, I'll get it. And it's nothing wrong with it when you treat it. It's just the idea. I've done it before. There's a shelter. I was right here at it. I don't know even how to begin to go over what happened. It's almost 9:30 in the morning. Yesterday was just, it was life-threatening. Underpass is here now. He's talking to someone on the phone. He's telling him how terrible it was yesterday. Our lives, I'm not exaggerating it. It was bad. We are so happy to be here, be alive. It's and I left before he did, like I normally do. We were going to try to get to the notch and get to the arm, which was what we were dreading, really. But we were 1.6 miles away from the notch. Couldn't make it. The last 5 miles of this was horrendous. Rain pouring hard, hurricane force winds blowing us around the mountain. He's got the same story. I don't even know where to begin. Ended up going into a mud that went to my waist, and I had to get out of that somehow. I just can't tell you how. But anyway, we got that other coming ahead. I'll do some narration later, some other time. For YouTube's sake, we will talk. I think Underpass and I are going to share our experience Facebook Live coming up soon, and then I'll try to hook some of this on to YouTube. This was terrible. It was very dangerous. And we're just happy to be here. I had even told him if I had made it and he never made it, I probably would have said, if he hadn't made it here, that he'd been somewhere else, I'd probably just go home and say I made it to Maine, and he said he did the same thing. So it was that bad. Anyway, it's a beautiful area. My first videos of Maine, and I rambled a lot, but I am just so happy to be alive and okay. Letting the tent dry out. He's letting his clothes dry out a little bit, and then we're on our way. And we're just going to try to make it through the notch today, which is that mile that's in the canyon. The hardest mile. Takes people, some of them been saying with the wet, 3.5, 4 hours. And then go up the arm, which is very steep, over 1,500 feet, a little less than a mile. And hopefully they'll be drying off. That's it. Here's some of the view from Full Goose Shelter. Pond down there, I think. Getting a look around. There's that wind. Oh, so a little chilly. I love it when the sun is on me. It feels so good. I'm ready to sweat. I want to sweat. I really do want to sweat. tired of being cold. Yeah, there's the privy and there's the shelter. Bear box. I certainly found out that I really love being alive. There's these tent platforms that I can't use because of stakes. There we go. That's a pretty good shot there. Oh man, if we can just have 2 to 3 weeks with no moisture, no rain, that would certainly. Oh man, I've lived long enough to see that many times in my life. Maybe it happened here. We've had enough moisture this year. Just give us 2 or 3 weeks without it. Oh, that would be wonderful. All right. I guess that's it. Oh, that sun feels so good. Just came up from the shelter. It's 11:20 a.m. and a little less than a mile from the shelter. And now we're about to head down and less than a mile from the notch. That's underpass right there. Just want to quickly get this view on here. My first real view of Maine that I got to do. We're getting our strategies together in case we lose one another and all that good stuff. Yesterday, you were here a lot about it. It was terrible. Horrendous. Those clouds hopping up out there. All right, time to go to work. This is the very beginning of the notch. Some people with the weather situations have been taking 3.5 to 4 hours. This is going to be a canyon. This is the easy part here at the beginning. It's 1 mile. And then it's going to be just boulders as big as houses. And then it leads to the arm, which is that 1,500 foot climb in a mile or less. So we're finally here. It's 12:20. I got to get my pack ready, make it more narrow if possible. And we came from down that way. Here's the underpass. Good to have us together. It's great. He's nursing his feet, which I've seen him there. I can't believe he's gone this far. That's how he's had trouble catching with me. Wow. I saw his feet. They're just crazy. They're hard to describe. Like somebody took a razor blade right below his toes and
it's just like two, 3 bad cuts, but
yeah.
they're not like, they're just right there in bad spots.
Yeah, I mean? Yeah, it's like it's terrible. It's right in the crease between the toe and the foot. It's like somebody took razor blades and just sliced them. That I didn't want to show it because I didn't know who. And so he's had that in some equipment situations. Been trying to catch me. He's a trooper. He keeps going. And he and I are going to attempt this together. Alrighty, I got to work on my pack, get things going so he don't have to wait on me anymore. He has to wait on me down here. He's got 20 years on me, man. And I'm feeling those 20. All right, later.